Ladies and gentlemen, please gather around for another exciting episode of Pump It Up, brought to you by the Hendo, aka Thor, the Captain Canada in the US, your boy, Jeff. For tonight's festivities, we will be training shoulders, aka traps. And yeah, I'm in the change room just like Jason Gianova. But yet a little different. Alright, guys, let's move on. Let's get it on. Some people try to say this is no game. I say this is a game and you just won a first class ticket to Trapsville. Alright, so we're going to do a warm up set. Pretty simple. I think I hit about 20 on this. If my numbers are good, I don't remember. Apparently I can count to 20 now, so I'm moving up the food chain. Along with the food chain moving up, the weight will be moving up. We're not going super heavy tonight, just so you know. This is part of my toning it down for a week routine, and going with some high reps. Try to burn it out and still get some volume. See how that works out. I'm going to be honest, you don't really know what you look like till you look at yourself on film. I'm kind of having second thoughts about the whole gummy bear and protein thing. My gut, I've got bubble gut going on. I don't know why, but I am full as fuck, and I am eating a lot. Okay, at this part we're going to throw on a little more weight. And we're still going for high reps and just going for the feeling. A lot of guys max out traps and shoulders, and to be honest with you, traps and shoulders really grow good from just decent weight and really clean form. Most people put on way too much weight and have terrible form, but yet they don't necessarily have big shoulders or traps, so that probably might have a correlation of some sort. So this is our third set here, and you'll notice that although I'm not touching my ears, I sure as hell am trying to with those. Holy fuck! My shoulders are fucking huge! Oh my god! Jeez. I'm gonna be honest, guys. With shoulders this big, I don't really need to train, but I figured I'd be a YouTube star and hang out on video and let you guys look at these boulders that I like to carry around. These synthol lookalikes without the synthol. But yeah, okay, so you notice I'm using wrist wraps, and a lot of guys are going to call out pussy for that. I hurt myself in the last month twice. I had to take a week off of work the one time, go to urgent care. I'm on anti-inflammatories this week again for my wrist. Something's wrong with it, and until I get an MRI or an X-ray or whatever, they don't really know what's going on, because I just went to urgent care. So, they don't want to take any responsibility for anything. But Yeah, something's not right with my wrist. My hand keeps swelling up. So might be something to do with heavy weights and lifting or something like that. I don't know. Okay, let's get back to the workout at hand and why you guys come to see other men work out in tank tops. Not judging or anything, because we're at a judgment free zone here. But, yeah, I am very tired. It's late, and this is my second workout. It's probably about 8 o'clock at night, so you'll notice me yawning several times because I'm getting lots of oxygen in my system doing the reps. So here I actually go down a little bit in weight, and some guy comes over there and apparently tries to start a conversation with me about softball or something, but I edit him out because this is my fucking show. So there'll be none of that stealing the thunder shit. Alright, so I want to talk about pausing your reps on these shrugs. I get going, and as I'm losing steam, right? There you go. Right there. I'll pause and I'll hold it up high so that it's not just the repetition, but it's the force and forcing the blood inside. Kind of like when I'm on a leg extension and I squeeze. But it's very similar. You'll see me pause many times and hold that weight up there, which forces the blood into the traps and gets a really good pump. In other videos I've talked about before in the gym, I usually do like 8 reps, or sorry, 8 sets for the first exercise. You know, I don't know why I do that. It's instinctive. I just feel like 4 or 5 sets is never enough. So that's the way I've been doing it. And it's working out really well. It's not something I've always done, it's something that's become habitual lately. So I do end up doing about 8 sets of these shoulder shrugs before I move on to the next exercise. Look at that pause. It's all about the pause, baby. Pause for the cause. Here I decide that the weight was a little too light. Going back up in weight, um, you know, you got to have some feeling there. So I'll vary the weight. It depends on the feeling. Like I said, instinctive, guys. People ask me all the time, they'll say, oh, well, at my gym, they don't have this, or they don't have that, or we can't work out like what we did. And I'm always like, it's instinctive. You've got to find your own way and just get the feeling. Every gym is different. You're going to run into different things. Use your instinct to get the best workout possible. Okay, here I'm going to be honest. I don't know the real name of this exercise. I call them lateral flies or lateral raises, but I bend over slightly on purpose to get the feeling in my traps, and I'm hitting the rear delt and the traps at the same time. So this is definitely a mainstay exercise that I do a lot of. I some days I'll do them standing, and some days I'll do them seated. I use my legs as like a vertical lineup to know where I'm going to get the best feeling, and it's something that I've developed over time. it's not a straight line when you do this exercise to get the best traps and rear delt pump. And there is other similar exercises that people do that are for the all over delts. So it can be very confusing, to look at the two and think they're the same exercise, but really it's the way you angle your body, what you're going to hit. And my focus is traps. So I'm hitting mainly traps and some shoulders here, mainly rear delts. And every time I try to teach people this movement, they do a full delt movement and go straight up in the air. And it's hard to get new training people to understand the angle and the mind muscle connection that you need for this exercise. Really, it's like second nature to me because I've been doing this exercise since I was 15 and getting a really, really great feeling from it. So it's this is one of those things. It's just second nature now because I've done it so much. But I also try to teach people this movement, and at first they never get it. They never do. So hopefully, watching on video, me actually making the movement will help people understand that it's not an upright lateral raise, where you're getting the full delt. It's more of a trap and rear delt movement that I do, and the pump is just amazing. And you don't need heavy weight, by the way. And I see a lot of guys now that are using lighter weight and getting really good results. They're saying the same thing as me about that. All right, here I switch over, and these are not shoulder presses. Okay, this is a big thing. If you notice, it's not my elbows pressing up. Okay, these are like flies for your shoulders. I don't know if they have a name or if this is just a custom exercise that I've been doing for years. I never see anybody do it. I see people do shoulder presses, shoulder presses, shoulder presses, which work your triceps. This works your frontal delts. Bar none. Frontal delt. Try it. I even changed the angle here so you can see it better. And you'll see I push up at first, one rep, like almost like a press. And then I go into a fly position. Okay? Here I'm seated with my back leaning back just a hair so that I can get that frontal delt. This is a very killer exercise if you get it down. And this is a mind muscle connection exercise as well. Keep the elbows stiff. You will reap the benefits. You don't need a lot of weight. This is an exercise of training and discipline. I just had a thought. Holy fuck, is my rib cage mesomorphic? God damn, I have good genetics. What's up with that? It's funny because when I'm working out, I don't see any of these people around me, like the kid there curling behind me. I didn't even know he was there. I'm sure he was there the first time when I filmed, but now that I'm editing, I actually got to see him. I really don't notice what's going on in the gym while I'm training, and I try not to talk to too many people. I'm kind of there to do a job, you know. I'm like the Terminator, but sexier, younger, bigger, and stronger, and kind of human. Did I mention sexy? I think if that's gonna finish up that area, and I'm gonna head over to the shoulder press machine. This is kind of a wimpy shoulder press machine, and we are doing the high repage thing, so you're gonna see me push out some 20s over here. But who knows? Maybe I'll get a vein popping out of my tricep or something on cam. But yeah, so I do like to do the compound movements as well, at least one or two per exercise. So don't get me wrong. Also, I noticed my brand new phone was running out of batteries, so I didn't film all of the workout, but I jump back and forth and do a few things. This is a really good mainstay that I like to do with cables. I call it the crotch scrubber shoulder movement. You might want to try it. In fact, you might want to tweet it. Crotch scrubber shoulder movement. It's a great thing. I've got it on Instagram. So here you see you can separate both balls perfectly with this movement if you're natural. And believe it or not, I didn't know my shorts were moving like that. It's cracking me up now editing because I didn't even feel that when I was doing the exercise, really. But that's freaking hilarious. I love it. It's a great ball separator. Okay, moving on to another mainstay that I love to do. This just destroys the traps, and it's it's a really good movement. I call it the pop a wheelie bicycle handlebar move. It's like you're popping a wheelie every time, or whatever. But just trust me, this movement is really good for your traps. All right, these are also another mainstay. I love these. I have no idea what they're called either, but I do them almost every workout, so I better learn the name sooner or later, right? I can't remember. I think I remember it like being like pull out the sword or something like that, or unsheath the sword movement. I don't know. Of course, I was probably 15 when we were saying that, and it was bullshit back then too. But either way, I do these almost every workout. If I'm by myself, I do not do them a lot of times with other people because by the time I get to these, people are so spent they can't even do one plate. So there's really no use. And it's a trap and shoulder type movement. Here we go with the bicycle ball scrubber movement for the shoulders. This is also a very good trap and frontal delt. Just your whole, all over, man. Really good exercise. I hope this gives you guys some ideas if you wanted to try a few new things for chest, or sorry, shoulders. My shoulders are a little unorthodox the way I train them compared to what I see most people do, like just like shoulder shrugs with dumbbells and stuff like that. I mean, come on, the ball scrubber shoulder movement. Somebody should have thought of this years ago. Ouch! I think I caught a pubic hair. That's not good. Well, I gotta finish the reps. Gonna be honest, guys. Getting kinda hungry. Oh yeah. What time is it? Gummy bear? And protein time. Yeah, there's some young kids in this change room right now checking me out, wanting my gummy bears. They've got some pre-workout over there. It's probably called Dr. Hyde in a fucking change room. But I'll stick to my gummy bears and protein. We'll see who finishes eating first. Now I teach you how I can chug a protein drink. Alright guys, this video is not over yet. I've still got cardio to do. And I like to do it on a bubble gut. Alright. Thumbs up for guys that eat gummy bears and may only list 15 on their MyFitnessPal, but it just didn't work out evenly on the end of the package, so nobody has to know. Maybe that's why I'm getting a big gut. Gummy bears. The fuck? That was not me. Oh, I have to leave that in there because it's funny as fuck. But yeah, no, that was not me. That was my son. Gummy bears have 52 grams of protein. So this is my second time doing cardio today. And we're about to run out of batteries, so I guess this is goodbye. So long. See you next time on Pump It Up.